Let's talk some quarterback recruiting, specifically Rivals' number one quarterback, because he made some news coming out of the weekend. He cut his list of schools down to a top 5. We're talking Kavian Bryant, 6'1", 185 pounds, Westwood High School in Palestine, Texas. Sam, who are the 5 finalists?
We have Florida State, Colorado, Texas, Texas Tech, and SMU, where he just visited last weekend.
All right, so we got the finalists. You've put in a prediction kind of early, so let's get to your prediction right now. Where is your pick for Kavian Bryant?
Yeah, I like where Texas Tech sits. Josh, we know that Texas Tech is currently standing on the number one recruiting class in the country for 2027, and they've made a theme out of the number one theme. They have the number one player committed, LaDamian Guyton, the number one edge as well. They just landed a commitment from number one defensive lineman, Jalen Brewster from Cedar Hill High School, where Joey McGuire, the Red Raiders head coach, won 3 state championships. And they are trending in the right direction for the number one quarterback on Rivals, Kavian Bryant from East Texas, who visited last month. And according to multiple sources, that was the visit that moved the needle the biggest for Bryant and his family. I say his family because Bryant is the oldest of 3 brothers. So this is probably going to be a family decision. You can look at Texas Tech and all the legacies and brothers and cousins and uncles and family ties on that roster and know that Joey McGuire is in it for not only the top prospects, but their brothers. I really like where Kavian Bryant and Texas Tech stand. A decision is not too far out. His visit to SMU was his final visit. I think he's seen everything he needs to see. He's asked all the tough questions. Every single stop he's went to, he sat down and met with the coaches, with the business schools, with the NIL department, and he's watched the quarterback coaches work with the quarterbacks. He's seen how they entertain the rooms. I really feel good about what Joey McGuire and Mac Leftwich have done to put Texas Tech in front, and I think it's just a matter of time because I think this gets done either before the end of the month or to start November.
Wow. All right. Well, Texas Tech does have the number one edge in America, LaDamian Guyton, committed. They do have the number one defensive lineman, Jalen Brewster, committed. They could soon have the number one quarterback, Kavian Bryant, committed, but they're not unstoppable. I mean, let's not act like they didn't lose Cooper Hackett, the number 3 rated offensive tackle in America. Recently flipped his commitment about 2 weeks ago from Texas Tech to Oklahoma. That was a bit of a surprise. So this Kavian Bryant recruitment is not over. I mean, he has taken some important visits. He was at FSU for the opener. He's been to Texas. We saw him on the sideline with Coach Prime out there in Colorado. Where else has he visited, and what other trips are still planned?
He has no more trips planned. His last visit was to SMU, and I think that SMU is in a better spot with Malachi Ziegler, who, like Kavian Bryant, is getting close to making a decision. He's going to head to Auburn this weekend. I could see him have a decision around the same timeline as Kavian Bryant. Besides Texas Tech, Colorado and Florida State have been the visits that moved the needle the most significantly for Bryant's family. Florida State, Mike Norvell has done a fantastic job of recruiting Bryant and his family, and he has the opportunity to play not only football but basketball in Tallahassee, which is extremely intriguing. And I think the time around Deion Sanders really moved the needle. I mean, he raved about Deion Sanders, who of course has coached Texas high school football for a decade and has been ingrained in that state for even longer. I think the family has a ton of respect for the emphasis that Coach Prime puts on family. I just don't think it's enough to overcome Texas Tech, which has been trending in the right direction, I would say, since the summertime when he worked out for that staff and won them over.
Okay, so you've hinted at a decision coming, but what does that exactly mean? Like, does that mean around the new year? Does that mean when the season ends? Could it be by the end of the month? What's your timeline look like for Kavian Bryant?
Yeah, Kavian has told me that he would like to ideally have a decision in place around Halloween weekend. That's becoming a
Oh,
pretty
wow.
popular commitment date for a lot of these 2027s that are at this point in the recruiting process that they're close to a decision. So, Halloween we're used to spooks and terror, but we're going to have some fun commitments on Halloween weekend. And if it's Kavian Bryant, that would not surprise me because he is very close to making this decision.
Maybe a live Halloween commitment show right here on the Rivals Recruits channel. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But All right, Kavian Bryant recruitment coming into focus, the number one quarterback on Rivals out of the state of Texas. What do you guys think? You are the real recruiting experts. Let Sam and I know, where is your prediction for quarterback Kavian Bryant?